Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I am Taya Salam. It's great to have you join us again. All right, this is what the show looks like. The UEFA Champions League is back for the first time in 5 months. 2 massive games later tonight between Real Madrid and Manchester City, as well as Juventus taking on Lyon.
It's going to be a blockbuster. Tonight, the UEFA Champions League is back after 5 months.
Wow.
Out on the program, we'll be talking golf this morning, the Pga Tour, Pga Championship.
Right.
It's on. And Jason Day and Brenda Todd are the guys who share the lead after first round of the tournament right there in Florida.
Fantastic first round performances for Jason Day and Todd, but still a long way to go, and still 3 more rounds to play. Perhaps the big cat, Tiger Woods, will have a say later on in this competition. Of course, there's also Brooks Koepka, who's looking for back-to-back wins at the PGA Tour Championship. Also on the show this time to basketball, the NBA, the East top seed, surprise, surprise, is the Milwaukee Bucks. That was after they defeated the Miami Heat late last night.
Did you say surprise, surprise?
Like, it's not a surprise.
Okay,
yeah,
it's not
that's
at
what
all.
I mean, surprise, surprise.
It's not a surprise at all, because we're just expecting them to win that one game that will give them that #1 seed in the East. And that's what was starting off the show this morning with the NBA seeding games, and starting with, of course, the results of the night. The Lakers, of course, lost again, back-to-back losses. The Bucks suffered back-to-back losses, of course, but then they had to win this one to top seed. Okay,
right,
start with the results, Tayo.
Yes, Miami lost against Milwaukee 116-130. That was our star game of the day. So we'll be coming back to that game with a comprehensive review. Let's move on to the Blazers and the Nuggets. Ended 125-115 in favor of Portland. Portland are looking for that last spot in the Western Conference for the postseason. Damian Lillard was on fire, unstoppable on the night, 45 points and 12 assists. So they're just half a game behind Memphis for the last spot in the Western Conference. All right, the Lakers and the Rockets. 94-111 in favor of Houston. Cecilia said it, back-to-back losses for LA. LA were playing without LeBron James.
Groin injury.
Yeah, so that's a massive miss for any team. And they weren't able to keep up with Houston.
Russell Westbrook also was sidelined on the other side.
All right, so it's one apiece, right? Anyways, James Harden stepped up big time for Houston, scoring 39 points and 12 assists. The Indiana Pacers.
8 rebounds, 3 steals. Feeling the start. I mean, just carrying the load.
We're going to go back there when we're talking about star performers of the day, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. The Pacers lost for the first time in the bubble, 99-114 against the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are on fire. They've won 4 straight now since our play restarted in Orlando, and as a result of their win, they still have a chance of qualifying for the playoffs. Although it's slim, but there's still hopes right there for the Phoenix Suns. And they're just 2 games out of the playoff positioning. So safe to say the bubble appears to give him Phoenix.
The Suns sunshine.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you did there. It's giving them a new lease of life, and they're taking full advantage of it. Let's move on to the Clippers, 126-111 over Dallas. Kawhi Leonard leading the way with 29 points for the Clippers. Last but not the least, the Pelicans lost against the Sacramento Kings, 125-140. Bogdan Bogdanovic scoring career best 35 points on the night.
Of course, when you have the Aaron Cross 30 and some others, Harris Barnes 22, I mean, about 5 players were just on double figures. Yeah, let's talk about this big one on the night. The Bucks needed this one to clinch it so that they can actually relax and start losing like Lakers.
No,
maybe. Back-to-back losses, and of course, Lakers after clinching the
West, right?
2 losses.
No, I don't think it's going to be the same. I don't think the Lakers
are just trying to rest, not putting so much effort in winning games at all. Just acting like Pelicans.
I don't agree. I don't think they're losing on purpose. I don't think they're not putting in the effort, because I'll be taking credits away from the teams that are beating them. Anyways,
all right, take a look at this. 55-14 right now. That's a good record.
So that's enough for them to be top seed in the East. It was always going to end up this way, Cecilia. But in this particular game, they showed a lot of character because at the time they were down 23 points in the first half. So they had to really rally from behind from a huge deficit to clinch this particular victory. Ended up being very comfortable, 130 to 116 at the end of the day. And of course, our guy Ugo.
Okay, Ugo.
Yeah, I want to call him that now.
That's his middle name.
Was great on the night.
33 but then he picked up a 5th foul. Left,
the only thing that can stop Giannis right now, the Greek freak, is a foul trouble. I mean, but even with the foul trouble, he still scored 33 points.
I mean,
30
minutes.
There you go. So he's the MVP. He's going to be the MVP again, and it will take some stopping Yeah, he will.
Yeah, I like that.
There's no doubt about it, Cecilia. Anyways, let's spare some thoughts for Chris Middleton as well, too, for the Milwaukee Bucks. 33 points on the night as well, so and that was enough for them to get the victory. And on top performers of the night, Chris Middleton, 33 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. Fantastic performance from this guy. He's going to have to step up a lot if the Milwaukee Bucks are to go deep in the playoffs.
He's not just the only one, other players also.
Yeah, I mean, but he's the next best player on the team. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. All right, then. Bogdanovic of the Sacramento Kings, career best, 35 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
140 points that they scored. I think that's their best this season. High-scoring game. And as at halftime, you were wondering, it was already 70-75 apiece. You were like, this is just halftime. It's not even close to the end of the game.
They're just simply overwhelmed. New Orleans. Yeah, the offense was just so great on the night. Anyways, let's move to Kristaps Porzingis of the Dallas Mavericks, only guy that ended up on the losing side. 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists for Dallas. Of course, Dallas are already through to the playoffs. James Harden, your guy, Cecilia the Beard, 39, 8, and 12, carrying all the load without
3 steals,
Westbrook. Yeah, it's all good. I had everything. I mean, James Harden, of course, he's just playing like we know he can play. He's the best scorer in the NBA, so no surprises there at all. And last but not the least, Damian Lillard, 45 points, 4 rebounds, and 12 assists, 11 3-pointers. Cecilia, shooting exhibition from Damian Lillard, and it's coming for the number 8 spot. So Memphis better get your acts together. If not,
they're gonna lose it.
Yeah,
that's the way. De'Aaron Fox is not here. 30 points and 10 assists. What are you doing?
De'Aaron Fox, shout out to you as well too. He ended up on the losing side, but then no, he didn't.
It was Sacramento Kings. They were the one doing all the shooting practice.
Yeah, boy, you just have to choose one. Just have to choose one person. Don't want to take 2 teammates there.
Okay. All right
then. Let's. We're still talking the NBA. We're not leaving. We're going to talk about the Pacers now. The Pacers for the first time lost in the bubble, and after the game, all their star players they tried their best. Miles Turner, Victor Oladipo, Malcolm Brogdon.
Somehow it just didn't work out.
But they, of course, shouldn't lose any sleep. It's just a loss, and I expect them to rebound in their next game. Okay,
let's get reactions from all the players you mentioned. Here, that run of 21 unanswered points spanning the 3rd and 4th quarters. Well, that was what powered the Phoenix Suns, but the Indiana Pacers need to work better to get good results out of that. Let's move to another team that lost.
Before we move on, Cecilia, let's spare a thought for a guy. The star of the NBA restarts, TJ Warren. Finally, someone managed to slow him down. TJ Warren
he's been on fire.
He's been top scorer over the first 3 games of the bubble, and just managed 16 points this time around, 7 of 20 shooting. So the Suns were able to cool down TJ Warren. So shout out to the Phoenix Suns for doing all of that. Let's move on to the Pelicans as well, to the loss in that high-scoring game. And Zion Williamson, the star rookie. This is a learning.
24 points, 10 of 12 shooting in 22 minutes.
I mean, so his numbers are great, and his numbers are good, but somehow the Pelicans can't seem to buy a win in Orlando, and
Yeah, 1-3. That's not good. One game in 4 games.
Yeah,
just one win in 4 games. 1-3. That's not good at all. Since the restart. Well, that's why Zion Williamson is talking about the mentality of his team. He says he's always willing to win, but he doesn't know about his teammates. And of course, there's just not that urgency whenever they're playing. They were losing, and he couldn't see that these are the guys desirous to really get a result out of this. And they just continued the way they were playing. Here's his reaction to that performance against the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, they really need that to be able to get victories, because it's really looking not so good for them right now.
They won't make the playoffs.
They won't make the playoffs, but sometimes you just expected them to put up some numbers. I mean, just knowing that we have this, all because of Zion, I think we just have the soft spot for number 1 draft
of course,
of the season.
better luck next season for Zion. Of course, with more experience, New Orleans will start to play better. Today's games are Utah versus Spurs, Thunder versus Grizzlies. Grizzlies have been abysmal. They have to win this game if they don't want to lose their number 8 spot. The Kings will take on the Brooklyn Nets. Orlando Magic versus Philadelphia 76ers. Washington, another very bad side, will take on the New Orleans Pelicans. And last but not the least, the Raptors will look to continue the winning streak against the Boston Celtics. All right, so that's it for basketball in the bubble. Of course, we'll come back on Monday. There's going to be a whole lot more to talk about. Brooks Koepka there targeting a three-peat of the PGA Championship. Is it going to be the winner at the end of the day?
We'll wait Sunday, right? We'll find out in San Francisco if we can repeat that.
Yeah, or is it going to be Tiger winning 16 majors?
I don't know. I'm not so confident about Tiger Woods this time around.
I'm not very confident as well. So anyways, let's talk about Formula 1.
Formula 1, British Grand Prix. The second one is Silverstone, back-to-back. The first one you have in Austria, back-to-back. The second time you have another back-to-back. But then it's going to be 70th anniversary. And, of course, the drivers are reacting to this after Lewis Hamilton had to practically, you know, do everything he can to survive and get to the podium.
I mean, yeah, Lewis was drove on a punctured tire and still won the race. I mean, who's going to stop this guy?
Even a
puncture cannot stop him. Anyways, okay, we need to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll get to listen to the drivers speaking ahead of the British Grand Prix. F1 driver speaking ahead of the British Grand Prix, the 70th anniversary. Of course, you listen to Valtteri Bottas sign a new deal for 2021, so it's still going to be racing for Mercedes. And I said before we went on break, who's going to stop Lewis? I think no one.
No one.
No one. That's a straightforward answer to that question.
Absolutely.
And before we leave Formula 1, not good news coming out of Racing Point again. Sergio Perez has returned another positive COVID-19 test. He had to miss the first leg because of this. He's going to miss the second leg again. So Nico, your guy.
He's skipping his place. He's skipping his place, but then he couldn't race in the other one. His car did not start, so we'll see if his car is going to start this time around.
He better start.
I just hope we don't have another dramatic episodes right there at Silverstone, because the last one wasn't really good. Dramatic day, but then Hamilton had to ride on that to win. We'll see if everything's going to go as planned. It's the 70th anniversary, so much for them to celebrate right there at Silverstone. Okay, Champions League is back tonight, and that's what we'll be talking about. But before we talk about that, you guys can talk to us on our Twitter handle. What you think of the team that will be taking the Champions League? I mean, most Manchester United fans that sent messages were saying that Manchester United can actually win Europa League. Like, okay, fingers crossed. But this is UEFA Champions League. Is it going to go the way of Real Madrid because they have the one who knows how to win it?
But the trail,
or
City.
Maybe
2-1.
Yeah,
so first of all,
Ramos
can they overturn the deficit?
That's another one. So before going ahead to win, right? Can they overturn that?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay, they can. Send us messages, and of course for Manchester City, Holy Grail for Pep Guardiola to win something for Manchester City. When I mean something, I'm talking about the Champions League, of course, because there's one other title already.
You already said it. This is the Holy Grail. This is what they want.
This is what they want.
And if they throw away a 2-1 away lead,
that means it's not ready for it.
Just go after
Juventus are also trying to see if they can win it. Lyon, okay. We know we have our favorites.
Are we going to see an upset in that one? Lyon, can they complete the upsets? 1-0 from the first leg. Let us know. I'm not sure we have too many fans of Lyon in Nigeria, but if you support Lyon by any chance, send your thoughts to us on Twitter, channels_sports. All right, the UEFA Champions League is back, like I said. You already listened to the games that will be played today. Let's just get confirmation. Real Madrid 1-2 down against Manchester City. They'll be playing the second leg at the Etihad. And Cecilia said they will be missing their inspirational captain, Sergio Ramos. And it's going to be very tough for Real Madrid. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be a situation of the best attack in Europe going against the best defense in Europe. That's Real Madrid. So unstoppable force versus immovable object, however you want to put it. We'll see who comes out tops in that one. The second match is between Juve taking on Olympique Lyon. All right, then. Okay, then. Let's go on and listen. Take the pre-match thoughts now of Pep Guardiola as well as Rodri. These two guys, of course, will be representing Manchester City later tonight. They've been speaking ahead of the return leg against Real Madrid. There you go, Rodri and Pep Guardiola speaking ahead of tonight's second leg clash against Real Madrid. 2-1 they lead, and they'll be looking to get into the quarterfinals. Rotimi Akedele has joined us now, and we'll be doing a comprehensive preview of all the games later tonight. Rotimi, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Tayo. Thank you, Sisi. Good morning.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
All right, then let's just cut to the chase. And Real Madrid, are they going to overturn the deficit, or it's over?
Well, you can't say it's over.
It's over, okay.
I think it's still delicately poised. Anything can still happen. I like the fact that both teams like to score goals, so we'll likely get to see goals tonight. But what happened in the first leg was Madrid were on a bad patch. That only reflected in the result at the Bernabeu, and then they also lost their key man in Sergio Ramos, who got the red card in that particular game. But then again, coming to the return leg, yes, City had been in maybe not blistering form as Real Madrid. Yeah, they won their last Premier League game 5-0 against Norwich. That's a good morale booster going into such a big clash.
I think City's form is better than Real Madrid.
No,
because
Real Madrid were just
trying to win. They did not lose, but then we're just winning by one goal.
No, that's what
penalties, and it was their captain who
that's
had to
what
be
champions do. It's not about the scoreline.
Okay.
It's about the mindset. It's about the mentality. Exactly. So I feel on paper, Madrid have that edge in terms of maybe mental strength going into this particular tie. So whatever happens, I would love to see goals. I know Madrid will be affected in their backline because of Ramos's legs. But then again, I feel if you are not careful, now this is talking to City now, if you are not disciplined all through, this is a Madrid side that looks like they can punish you and probably get to overturn that result.
No, Ramos there in your shots. Unfortunately, we'll be missing tonight against Ryan Sterling.
But he travelled with the team.
He's travelled, but what can he do?
You see what I mean by mental strength?
Mental strength.
What can he do?
Eden Hazard also is likely to play too because he also travelled. So Gareth Bale, the coach has explained that Gareth Bale did not travel with them because Gareth Bale chose not to travel with them.
I don't think Zidane should come out to be saying all that.
But they kept asking. They asked him that question.
That's the thing. Yeah, he got angry. He got upset at some point. I think
it's a very curious situation, Bale, and that's why these guys want to know what is going on.
You can't be talk to the player.
Yeah, but the player is not around. He wasn't at the presser. So, the player wasn't at the presser, so they had to ask the coach.
Look for a way to get to him. You don't go into a press conference every time and you have been asked the same question.
Yeah, because you get answers. I know you would do that if there's a situation whereby you're having a player that is not even supposed to play, it's a suspended player. You're traveling with that player, and even one injured player, you're traveling with them.
Then
and the
player who is eligible,
and he has rested
if you're coming from that angle. If you're coming from that angle, and that means they didn't give you a perfect answer. Oh, he chose not to play.
All right,
that's what I'm saying. So they needed to ask that question. Why are you doing this when you know there's a player that could have?
Is he the one doing it?
Feeling. That's the question. So he got tired. I'm like, okay, he said he's not coming.
Cecilia.
And so he needed to tell them.
Well, I think we'll just see an end to the Bale Madrid relationship.
It's obvious there is a Discord.
This one is even beyond fiction.
This is a proper Discord between Zidane and a player like Bale. Yes, very, very unfortunate indeed. Let's go to the second match of the day. Juventus are taking on Lyon. Lyon won the first leg by a lone goal. And Juve still chasing the UEFA Champions League. Last time they won it was in the 90s. 99, 95, I believe, and that's such a long time, and that's why they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. Last time out, it wasn't meant to be for them. They're having a second stab at it now. They trail by a lone goal. Rotimi, back in Turin. How do you see this one playing now? Lyon, do they have the capacity to see out this result? I think they do. Based on the way Juve have played, the way they ended the season, very unconvincing, and they still managed to win the Serie A.
To start with, it's pretty shocking that Juve, the last Champions League title was in the 90s. To start with.
This is shocking. I cannot believe it.
I mean, it's shocking. But then again, these things do happen. Will Ronaldo get to deliver the Champions League this time around? You can't give a convincing answer to that one because of all that had happened in the year 2020. So, and that reflected in their Serie A form as well, just like Tayo mentioned, the not so convincing performance from Juventus. But then again, thanks to the rivals in court, they also didn't do well. So they were able to nick that title. But back to this particular game, I think it's advantage Juve, whichever way you look at it. I'm not sure there has been top flight football in France since probably the end of February or early March. So Lyon, their first competitive game was the Cup final. They lost to PSG last weekend. Yep. Yes, they did well by, not allowing PSG to score. But they are also, they were all in the same shoes. No competitive football for months. So, but then you're coming in against a Juventus side who just wrapped up their season some days ago.
So they are
and they lost.
It doesn't matter. Sarri said it. He was keeping some key players for this particular time. So if it's just a one-goal deficit, it's something they can overturn in Turin, and then let's see how the other matches will pan out. But if you ask me, really, maybe that's why I'm on the black and white. I think Juventus will nick this one.
They'll nick this one. So Memphis,
Memphis Depay, the guy that have actually scored about 5 goals in the Champions League. He's back, and he believes that they can actually cause an upset, so more like disagreeing with what Rotimi is saying this morning. Let's hear from him.
A repeat win, 1-0, will be good enough to see Lyon.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
All right.
It's not going to happen.
We'll see about that tonight.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't have to see.
I see what you're saying. Juve are very motivated. 23 years now, they haven't won the Champions League, 1995, 96, they're about 23 years. So they're very motivated and
you're playing a side that has been off form.
I see what you're saying.
So they have no excuses.
I agree.
A Juventus side can't tell me, oh, we're under pressure to win this game because we are the bigger side. No way. Just go into this game like you play a regular football match and go on to win. And then you get into the knockout stages where
the news we were hearing from Mauricio Sarri says, he's not sure if he's going to play because, of injury and all that.
The truth is the pandemic, post-pandemic football has actually affected loads of players. So everybody, you play for a while, you pick up a knock or you pick up a hamstring and all that. We saw loads of injuries in the Premier League and La Liga. So these things do happen, really.
All right, then. So that's it tonight. Juve, Lyon, Real Madrid, Manchester City. Tomorrow, action will continue in the Champions League as well. So we're going to get to see Barcelona versus Napoli and Bayern Munich taking on Chelsea. Chelsea fans don't want this game to be played, unfortunately, because they're worried that they could get annihilated again. 3-0 already from the first leg. So Chelsea fans would rather not play this game. Trust me, I know a lot of them, but they have to play. That's it for the UEFA Champions League. When we come back on Monday, I'll be bringing you all the results. Let's go to take a step down, talk about the Europa League matches played yesterday, round of 16. More teams booking the spots in the final 8. Rotimi, Sevilla loved this competition, so I expected them to get the job done against Roma. They won 2-0. Leverkusen 1-0 over Rangers. Aggregate 4-1 in favor of the German side. End of the road for Joe Aribo and Rangers. Basel 1-0 over Frankfurt. 4-0 aggregate. That's a shocking scoreline for me for Frankfurt. Last but not the least, Wolves continuing the Cinderella run in Europe, 1-0 over Olympiacos. Olympiacos have better pedigree in Europe, but Wolves have been able to knock them out. And the round of 8,
that's the quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal fixtures are complete now. And Manchester United will be taking on Copenhagen. That's going to be on Monday, while Inter Milan will take on Bayer Leverkusen. On Tuesday, it's going to be Shakhtar versus Basel of Switzerland, and Wolves of England will be taking on Sevilla. All matches will be played in Germany. It's like a mini tournament now, shootouts, and it's so hard. It's so hard to predict one-off games, and
it's so hard to predict.
You don't have the luxury of a second leg.
Exactly.
Win and win of
I mean, that was how Sevilla got that
over Roma, right? Yeah,
it could have been a different ball game.
Back in Rome, yeah.
2 legs. But then again, these things will have to happen and end.
It's one of those.
So for any of the sides, Inter, Man United, Wolverhampton Wanderers, it's all about going into a final. For some of the teams that have not qualified for the Champions League in their leagues or in their countries now, this is a chance to get into the Champions League if you're going to win it. So you look at the likes of Sevilla, look at the likes of Wolverhampton Wanderers. They could still get into the Champions League.
They're not going to win the Champions League, Rotimi. Come on.
I'm not saying they will win the Champions League. They can win the Europa League.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but they're still in the Europa League.
They're not going to win the Europa League.
That's you talking. Yeah. What football does it say that?
It's more like you're looking at Inter Milan as the favourite team to actually win.
Exactly. If you look beyond Inter, if you look past Inter, you can probably pick Sevilla.
That's
apart from Inter and Sevilla, then you can probably want to put in the Manchester United. Who else is in the mix? So
exactly. So you've listed 3 teams already before Wolves, and
I'm just Wolves are not good. Because it's football.
They can't win it. What am I saying? It's football.
They have Raul Jimenez. They can win it. Okay,
exactly.
Some credit.
They played over, 59, 60 games?
They played
more
games.
So they're not going to run out of gas?
Okay. They have, but they've rested.
They rested a while,
And then don't forget as well, they're looking at, the start of next season. So let's see what we can do. Arsenal didn't help them by winning the FA Cup.
So Arsenal needed the FA Cup.
Exactly. So
let's hear from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, he's been talking about the second leg. He said he rested some players in the game they played against Lask. That's the reason, he will have to make more changes when they're playing against Copenhagen on Monday. That's what it's all about. Stay together as long as they are in the tournament. Hopefully, and hope. I love that because he knows some teams are better than him there. But I think they have the squad that can win it if he can manage his games well. I mean, they've got Pogba, Fernandes, remember when 2 of them are playing together, usually.
Yeah, you look at the 2 names you mentioned, Pogba, Fernandes, on their good days. On their good days, whether they play together or there's this individual brilliance from one of them or from either of them now. Compare that with the kind of drive you have with an Inter Milan side. Or the kind of play you see with Sevilla. I'm limiting this to the Europa League.
We're not comparing. We're just saying that if these 2 guys can really try as much as possible, nick it together for the rest of the team, distribute the passes and all that, they might just be lucky, to win something. So they
need the people that are distributing the passes
to be able to. Rashford, of course, has been scoring. Anthony Martial also, he's been scoring.
Yeah, Martial has been very
fine. Mason Greenwood is also there. We need to go on a break now. We'll come back. Of course, we'll talk tennis. Welcome back. Enough of the Champions League and football and Europa League. Let's talk tennis now. You're having 2 players getting the wild card to play at the US Open that is starting August 31st. Kim Clijsters will be back after a long time. Of course, Andy Murray is also getting another wild card to play in the tournament. As the organizers announced this on Thursday.
Rotimi, two former world number ones coming back to the US Open wildcards. Of course, no, you don't expect this to go on and win the competition. Andy Murray is still working his way back from 2 hip surgeries. Don't expect him to go on and win this title. Kim, of course, she's 37 now. This is not the Kim of the 2000s and early 90s, late 90s, pardon me. And just walkout invitation for them. What are you expecting from these 2 in New York?
Well, I like the fact that the organizers knew they had to do something quick because some of the big names have pulled out.
Yeah, okay.
But if you still make it more interesting, if you have a Team Clash that's coming back, that's a good headline.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think people might still show interest and want to watch, and the more as well. Yeah. I think that's why the wild card came. But in terms of what they will bring, well, at this point, because of what we've seen in the last few months, everybody might just be on the same level. So it's an open court, open stop for me. So nobody's informed, nobody's playing tennis, so everybody can walk in there, get your wins, and who knows, it will be a good story. If Andy Murray probably goes on to win the US Open, or Kim Clijsters goes on to win the US Open.
After 8 years,
so at this point, everybody. Well, the same level.
You've got a point there. Like you said, there's no one that is on form. No one has won the last couple of ATP
no WTA events.
And Kim.
So we're all coming in
exhibition games and all that.
Exhibitions are different from even the Clijsters and the Murrays have been playing exhibition games. So let's all come in. It's an all-comer stuff. Anybody can win it.
He'll be such a story if.
Exactly.
Kim,
even if she makes it to the last 8,
Kim especially,
if she makes it to the last 8, last 4, that's a big story already.
Yeah. And she's won it 3 times.
3 times.
So she knows how to win this competition.
2010.
Wow.
So,
fingers crossed, guys.
Yeah, I think I love that feel-good factor. So whatever happens, I think the US Open needs to go ahead, at least for this.
Yeah, it will go ahead.
It will go ahead, right?
It will go ahead, of course.
Okay.
End of the month, nothing's going to stop it.
So we'll wait.
Of course,
and it will just be going to be a threat for Serena Williams. But we're thinking if you don't have most of the big stars around, Serena Williams' opportunity for her to also win.
I think it's going to be unfair if you tag anyone as favorites now. Honestly, no favorites. Everybody, even Coco Gauff, might go on to win it.
Coco Gauff, wow.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Good story is going to come out of the US Open. I just can't wait. But we don't want.
I'm rooting for the underdogs.
Yeah, rooting for the underdogs.
I'm rooting for
and Clijsters fall in that category.
For the guys as well, I'm rooting for a first-time major winner.
First time, okay. Alexander Zverev.
I don't know.
Tsitsipas, okay. Team. Yeah. He needs that.
And Murray.
Whatever.
Murray's won a few titles already. Anyways, let's go to the papers now before we close out the show. Let's start with Sporting Sun.
Yeah, Sporting Sun, you have the faces of 3 managers here. The guys are like, can I win it? Sarri says he's not under pressure to win the Champions League.
Of course he is. He's lying.
That's what he said.
But he's not.
Under pressure.
He's not lying.
He's under pressure.
He's not tied to winning the Champions League.
Are you kidding me?
See,
that was what he said. Because they know he's not a Champions League winner.
No, that's even being sarcastic.
Come on.
But see, I'm not sure any club administrator is going to judge the performances of their coaches especially.
Why not?
This year.
Why not?
Based on all that had happened.
Why not?
He's not under any pressure.
I think he's under pressure.
If
he doesn't win it, I can easily see him getting sacked.
But
it's not possible.
All of them are walking on a very tight rope.
We'll see at the end of the season.
So if Guardiola, let me just ask this, if Guardiola fails to win, will he get sacked?
For Pep, I don't think so.
So why can't you say same for Sarri?
For Sarri, is under pressure. Trust me.
Pressure.
I mean, there are reports already coming out of Italy that they're talking to Mauricio Pochettino.
That has always been on.
Yeah, so that means he's under pressure somewhere.
Will Pochettino come in and win the Champions League?
You can't say for
sure. If you want Sarri to go, and you're bringing in Pochettino and you want to win Champions League, I think you're just joking.
Exactly. Let's move on.
All right, then.
Europa League, Igalo gets poor rating. Amunike tips Osimhen to shine in Napoli, and EPL clubs agree FIFA rules on VAR. You also have Ndidi Iheanacho is Leicester's best penalty taker. Okay.
Interesting. Igalo gets poor rating. The team was poor.
Maybe it's training.
The entire squad was poor. We're referring to the Europa League.
Yeah, Europa League. Yeah. So they were all poor.
Okay.
So it wasn't like
but that story is about Igalo.
So. Yeah, just from that Nigerian angle. But the entire team was.
Yeah, the entire team was.
They were.
You have to rely on Martial to come from the bench. It's something to be able to win against Lask.
They're a good side.
They're a good side.
Yeah, a good side.
4th best side in Austria. 4th best side.
4th best side. And United happens to be 3rd best side. Come on, they're not a good side at all. You beat them at home 5-1, and they came down to Old Trafford, and you managed to. Come on.
Let's go to Sporting Life. That's our next paper. A lot of games are surrounding the matches that'll be played tonight in the UEFA Champions League. Bonucci says energy is fundamental if they're going to beat Lyon tonight. Very interesting news for Arsenal fans that perhaps they can start celebrating now. Aubameyang's deal has got a deal that is, looks like he's about to sign a new deal. New deal is imminent for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Still concerning Arsenal, Willian agrees 3-year deal. This one divides opinion. Some Arsenal fans don't want him. They feel he's not a special player. But Mikel Arteta clearly wants this guy and is ready to give him 3 years.
And that's why we jump at it. 3 years for his age. Fantastic.
For a 31-year-old.
Yeah. Wow. I think he's taking a cue from Ole that had to give 3 years also to Matic.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're taking cues from each other, but...
Sissy gets in charge with Ole.
I'm just saying, sometimes you need those experienced players to actually help to balance.
Yeah, but we're talking about the length of the contracts now.
It's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. United fans that don't get why Matic is getting 3 years
United fans were pretty cool with Matic.
No, not the ones I know.
Yes.
The ones
you know?
The ones I know don't like
but
him.
I think
so who has been the best DM since?
Yeah, but
I mean, he's the one. Sometimes you just need some of these experienced players. I mean, going by the way of Jose Mourinho that has said, 23-year-olds they behave like, some sport kids and all that. Then you have the experienced one. You have to
usually clubs don't
win. These experienced players, they help you a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Why do you think Aubameyang should stay at Arsenal?
Yeah, because
if he wants to win anything in Europe,
is clearly Arsenal's talisman and their captain as well, right? So
that's the only thing that's keeping him, I guess.
Okay.
All right then.
Complete Sports is the
so
last
3-year deal for Aubameyang as well too. It's very imminent.
Make it 5.
Yeah, well, you're not the...
And give him some money.
You know, Arsenal management. So, Complete Sports is our last paper. Emmanuel Dennis value source to 16 million. Iheanacho rated as Leicester's best penalty taker. War at the Etihad. 2 Belgians taking on each other. Who's going to come out tops in this one? Eden Hazard or Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah, Sissy has answered.
Really?
But I think it's still open.
It's still open. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin is
all right, we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, now Manolas. What's that?
There's something from Sporting Sun here. I'll just take this one, then we'll close it. Ahead of Mike Tyson's fight, Jones Jr. ensures 6 years. Okay.
That's just on the light side. Tyson's he's got a bad rep for loving people's.
Well, I still insist that bout should just be pegged as an exhibition.
Of course, it's exhibition. That's what it is.
Yeah, but people are going for knockout and all that.
It's exhibition stuff.
Just keep it, all right? Keep it as an exhibition.
Yeah, keep it like that.
No knockout.
So nobody will bite anyone.
Yeah, let's keep it fun.
Just saying.
All right, thank you, Rotimi, for coming on the program.
Many thanks, guys.
Appreciate your time, Rotimi. Yep. Thank you for watching as well at home. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salam.
Thank you for watching as well. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a good weekend.